Deep within Greek mythology, some deities inspire fear, others fascination, but there is one whose power touches every living being, a silent goddess, invisible and yet absolutely essential. Her name, Demeter. Goddess of the earth, the harvest, and fertility. It was said she held a sacred knowledge, a knowledge she chose to give to humanity. Before her, mankind barely survived. After her, they learned to cultivate, to sow, to reap. Because of Demeter, humanity no longer depended on chance. They could feed their children, build civilizations. But this gift was never just a simple act of generosity. It was a pact. Because the earth belongs to no one, and the one who controls it controls life itself. Demeter is the daughter of Cronus and Rhea. She is the sister of Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon. But unlike her brothers, she rules neither the sky, nor the seas, nor the underworld. She rules over something far more fragile: life. Her symbols are simple: a stalk of wheat, a torch, a horn of plenty, signs of prosperity, but also warnings, because if Demeter gives, she can also take away. And when this goddess decides to withdraw her blessing, even the gods cannot stop the world from dying. But even the gods are not immune to suffering. And for Demeter, everything falls apart because of a single event: the disappearance of her daughter, Persephone. One day, without warning, she is torn from the surface of the world, taken by Hades, and dragged into the depths of the underworld. But Demeter refuses to accept it. She searches without rest, without sleep. She crosses the world, questions the gods, ignores the men. And in this desperate quest, she forgets one essential thing: the earth. The harvests stop growing, the fields turn barren, the trees wither and die. Famine sets in, slowly, silently. Because when the goddess of fertility suffers, life itself begins to vanish. Humans start to die. Prayers multiply. Even Zeus understands then that this is no longer a personal tragedy. This is a global catastrophe. A balance must be found. So a deal is struck. Persephone will not be lost forever, but she will never be entirely free. Part of the year, she returns to her mother, and the earth is reborn. But for the rest of the time, she returns to the underworld, and the world plunges into cold. And so, the seasons are born, an eternal cycle, a reminder that even the gods cannot escape loss. But Demeter is not simply a broken mother. She is also a goddess capable of punishment, and her anger is merciless. When her daughter disappears, she turns toward those who had sworn to protect her, her handmaidens. They had failed, and for Demeter, failure is unforgivable. In a moment of pure rage, she curses them. Their bodies transform. Their voices become hypnotic. Their fate sealed. They become sirens, half women, half bird, condemned to lure sailors to their destruction. But Demeter's justice does not stop there. Another myth tells the story of a king, an ambitious man, consumed by jealousy, willing to do anything for power. After receiving the sacred knowledge of agriculture, he refuses to share it. Worse still, he attempts to eliminate the one who passed it on to him. But he forgets one thing: that knowledge was never his to own. Demeter intervenes, and in one cold, calculated move, she transforms him into a lynx, a symbol of cunning, but also of solitude. And his people are stripped of their prosperity. Because Demeter is not a merciful goddess. She watches, she judges, and when she strikes, the consequences are irreversible. Because those who abuse the gifts of the earth always end up paying the price. In ancient Greece, Demeter was not simply respected, she was feared. Her temples were many, her followers devoted. But certain cults went far beyond simple worship. They crossed into the realm of secrecy, the eleusinian mysteries, a ritual forbidden to the uninitiated. No one was permitted to reveal what took place inside, under penalty of death. Those who participated were not merely seeking to honor the goddess, they were seeking to understand the cycle of life, death, and what lies hidden beyond. These ceremonies were tied to the story of Demeter and Persephone, to loss and to return, to the descent into darkness and to rebirth. Some said that those who were initiated came back transformed, as if they had caught a glimpse of a truth that others could never comprehend. A promise that death is not an ending, but a passage, a cycle, just like the seasons. To this day, the Eleusinian mysteries remain unknown, their secrets lost in time, but their message lives on. Demeter is not simply a goddess of the earth, she is the guardian of a fragile balance between life and death. And in the shadow of her legends, one question remains: what if these mysteries never truly disappeared? If this chronicle pulled you into the shadows of Greek mythology, subscribe to discover more stories where gods, monsters, and legends collide. And we will meet again very soon for a brand new chronicle.